don't waste energy on people who don't mean anything to you. Don't waste your energy on people who are just too far gone. Don't waste energy on people who don't mean anything to your life whatsoever. And I'm saying this because something is going to make you quite angry when it comes to the month of May 2022. Something is about to make you really, really angry at around the 16th, 17th and 18th of May 2022. The specific situation that you're going to be looking at, it's also going to be connected to certain people or a certain person. And this is, you're just not going to be able to understand why they're doing something what they're doing, but at the same time you will be going through something quite I wouldn't say emotional confusion, but at the same time you are going to be very intensely thinking about a certain change in your life, and that in itself is going to be causing like the certain energy in terms of you feeling just a little bit restless. So I'm trying to say that, you know, it is just all about how you kind of take this on. You just need to kind of like really maybe understand that, you know, this person or this specific people that you're going to come across, instead of making you feel really angry, you know, you just need to understand that there is nothing that you can do about it. So don't waste your energy whatsoever, because as I said, you know, it is like, be grateful to yourself that you understand what you understand, that you're aware what you're aware of, and try to preserve that energy. Because as I said, it's just basically there is no point to waste your energy on people who don't mean anything to you. Something really mind-blowing is going to happen to you this month. So this is going to be really tiny little thing in comparison to what exactly is going to happen to you by the end of this month. The opportunity that you're going to have, it's going to be out of this world. It's going to be mind-blowing. But that in itself is going to require from you to kind of develop yourself spiritually prior to that moment in time. And in order to develop yourself spiritually, you just need to understand how powerful you are, how strong you are, and not all people are unique in terms of knowledge, in terms of understanding, and in terms of our subconscious mind. Yes, people are different, so you need to kind of take this as a blessing, take this as a God's gift above anything else, because this is exactly what you should do, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So it's just like a little bit of warning, you know, when you come people across the people who just are doing something very strange and very unusual to themselves, and you understand this, just don't waste your energy whatsoever, because, you know, at the time when that happens, as I said, you are going to feel maybe like a little bit stroppy, you know, purely because there is going to be so much on your mind that is to do with like kind of your life, some kind of obstacle you're going to be focusing on and thinking about. So at the same time, this is going to be draining like a certain amount of energy from you. So I just need you to understand that these things are going to be kind of amplified, you know, like when it comes to this, you know, situation. So it's going to seem like more worse than it possibly is. Just be grateful, and this is what you need to do. This is what you need to understand. The outcome, the perfect outcome for this is just to move on. Don't show your feelings, don't show your emotions, but be actually grateful that you are where you are. Be grateful that you understand what you understand, because just this understanding, it's absolutely everything. Okay. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, and it's for May 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's for May 2022. So as I said, this month, it's going to be mind-blowing. Mind-blowing for you. Whether you believe this or not, it is going to be mind-blowing. You just need to open yourself up and listen to the opportunities which are going to be around you, especially when it comes to the first week of May 2022. So it's not only the first week of May, but it's the first week of May when you're just going to start to kind of get to know the certain part of you which is going to be highlighted, which is going to be required from you to focus on the past and the certain things that you're still kind of a part of the past, but you need to bring into this present moment. This is very important because part of you is missing. Part of you is missing, and now it's time to take this on. Whether maybe you used to draw, maybe you used to paint, maybe you used to sing, la la la, whatever it is, there is something that is an integral part of your spiritual journey, and it hasn't got anything to do with the current path that you are focusing on in terms of a career, achievement and finances. But you would be surprised how weirdly and amazingly that the actual things are connected, especially those things that we should be doing. So it's something that you really love how to kind of like express in yourself and things like that. This is something that you need to kind of like see what this is. It's very important indeed. Your number in terms of the actual numerology is 2512. 2512, it's the number which is also at the same time very, very powerful in many different ways, and it means that this month your life is about to change, but it's only the beginning of. You are about to start something so big, you're about to start something so huge, you're about to start something so massive, which is going to literally change your life in every single possible way. But it's only gonna seem like a really, really tiny. To some of you, this is gonna be something additional that you're gonna bring into your current path. So you're working on music, let's say. Then suddenly something is going to come to you that's missing, and that's something that you need to bring in and start creating the music with that, and it's going to come to you at around the 17th of May 2022. In fact, the 7th of May is going to be important. The 17th of May and the 27th of May, all these 3 days are going to be equally important when it comes to you realizing exactly what this is. Because you will see something, you're going to hear something. It's all about the inspiration, but it's all about knowing exactly where you are at this moment in your life and what is calling you, what is calling you, what is calling you. These 3 days are going to give you a very much so an important answer. You will know where to go. You will know what to do. You will know what next step is going to be. Okay, so to some of you, it's going to be like bringing something additional, which is going to explode later on. It's exactly what you need. Something additional. And it's going to come in the form of the actual learning. And to some of you, it's going to be like, for example, if you're retired, then it's just like really these 3 days, 777, baby, just pay attention. This is important. This is a highly powerful angel number. These 3 days are also going to be guiding you in terms of inspiration. It's all going to boil down to one particular thing that you feel so inspired about, but it's going to feel different. It's going to ring different. And at the same time, that in itself, it's going to start the process of like an absolutely mind-blowing stage of your life. The last 7 days of May are completely going to reveal to you, when you get the message that I know that you are going to get over the last 7 days, you will know exactly what the next step in this magnificent spiritual journey you're going to have. As I said, this is going to change your life, but it's also going to basically going to make you suddenly feel from the 1st of May. It's going to be these feelings. It's not only about, oh yeah, business, career, la la la. No, baby, no. It's the power within. It's the peace within, It's about feeling this healing and vibration, which is just also like kind of going to really help you to reconnect with yourself on a much higher level. And this is very important, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because this is where a lot of your power also come from you having a very strong connection with yourself, but also ignoring things that are absolutely unnecessary in your life, that you have somehow allowed to kind of like a tempered with your energy. And this is nothing unusual. I do not blame you, but it's just maybe you were focusing too much on the negativity, or you were listening to negativity not even consciously, but rather subconsciously. Maybe you were surrounded by the people who were constant downer, and that affected you. Or maybe you were there was something at the back of the radio really quiet that you could hear words every now and then without even being aware of. It's all about moving on and using these aspects of your life in terms of the energy and vibration, that you can use an example, something that, it's connected to the part of your life that you do not longer want to be part of your life that you want to move away from, and part of your life that it's going to open your eyes like a big mama and make you realize yet again the importance of you doing your own things for yourself. Nobody can make the better decision for yourself but yourself. Just remember this. Nobody in this world can make the better decision for yourself like you will. Nobody in this world can take care of yourself like you can take care of yourself. Just keep that in mind, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and preserve your energy and vibration, my babies, as much as you possibly can, and also, my God, this is this month. This is important, really. This is really, really important. And I'm talking about a vision as well that you will have here, and the vision that you're gonna have at around the 25th, 27th, 26th, and 27th of May. The vision that you will have is just gonna come out of the blue, and it's gonna come in the morning as soon as you open your gorgeous eyes. Within these few days that I've mentioned, the vision that you are going to have, it's gonna be connected to your current path, and you thought it's all a kind of in a square box, you thought this is it, you've done this, you've done that, there is no left, there is no right, there is no up, there is no down. No, baby, no, you couldn't have been more wrong. You are gonna have a vision which is going to show you exactly, you will know what this vision is, and you will know exactly what I mean, because that vision is going to not only point you out towards the direction that you should be going towards, very powerful confirmation, but at the same time, that vision, it's going to make you aware of what you thought in a box. It's like a limited. No, baby, no. There is so much that it's going to come out of the path that you are currently on. This is a very, very important stage for you indeed. Do you know what, Sagittarini? Do you know what? You are going to start this here. This is the beginning, inspiration. This is a mind-blowing moment in time, and it's going to take a while, but it's going to start changing your life. By the time you get to the December 2022, your life is going to be completely different. In December 2022, your life is going to be completely different in the best possible way, and you can think, you can try to focus, you can do whatever you like, but the way your life is going to be then, it's going to be completely different to anything you could possibly imagine, and that is only going to come, this awareness, through you going through things that you need to go through after this moment in time, because this is a big birth, big mama moment in time, big creation. It's about to start here. Make the most of it. Follow your intuition. Follow what makes you feel good, what makes you feel like really good about yourself, what makes you feel in what inspires you, and things like that. So it's all going to be pretty much so very, very strongly connected. On another hand, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it is like basically, I like this so much. Very, very important news when it comes to your own success. Very rewarding moment in time you are going to have within the first couple of weeks of May as well. Very rewarding moment in time, because the message that you are going to have, it's going to help you to understand so much about yourself. It's going to help you to recognize also what exactly do you need to do when it comes to having an ultimate change in your life. The fulfillment is going to be absolutely undeniable, and also it's going to highlight your capability. But this is the time to taking it on the next level, babies. This in itself you're going to find very rewarding, rather rewarding. But then on another hand, it's just also, you are going to become aware of admiration from other people. This is going to mean to you so much as well, and this is also going to be like a little guiding light step along the way as well. It's all about you really thinking like, what would it be the best way and best thing to do when it comes to your finances, financial situation, your professional life, your personal security. But at the same time, they're going to be like you will become aware of like why exactly the certain things will delays, and why did you have the lack of motivation, because you didn't have this feeling. And this, how you're going to feel when you're going to become aware of this, is like, oh my God, it's going to open you like a big mama so beautifully. It's going to open you up so nicely, and that in itself, it's going to have a bit of like a caterpillar moment, becoming a gorgeous butterfly at that moment in time. And once you start floating, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's like, oh my God, that is the feeling of lightness, being a light, and making the most of your spiritual journey yet again. can, just by doing what you want to do, by allowing yourself to be yourself, and by ignoring the things that have been slowing you down. The energy became so thick, you know, like really thick over the last 2 or 3 years. And then the thicker the energy is, the easier it is to maneuver, and the hardest is to maneuver for us through that energy. But then at the same time, the harder to maneuver for us is through that energy. That is actually a really good sign that, you know, it can only be thick as it can be, and then, you know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. This is what I'm talking about, and you are about to reach that moment. Even the kitty is saying, yeah, my darling, you're about to reach this moment. So this is all about you understanding delays and what caused lack of motivation. Once you feel this vibration, everything is going to change. So it's about inspiration and motivation, but also an absolutely mind-blowing potential. You will know what potential you will have, and you will realize potential, and that in itself is going to help you so much with like frustrations that you have been through over the last 12 months. But also, most importantly, it's going to help you to make a really quick decision. This is fantastic. Big mama, big moment in time indeed, my gorgeous Sagittarini. I'm just looking now. It came to me to it just came to me, it just came to me, it just came, it came, it came to me, it just came to me, it just came to me, it just came, it came, it came to me. I want to take a tarot, I want to take a tarot, I want to take the tarot card for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Look at this. So it just came to me. My gorgeous Sagittarini, this is like to do with the May, my gorgeous Sagittarius, my gorgeous Sagittarius. You see this? This is like in itself, it's also going to make you aware. It's going to help you to separate the fantasy from reality, and you will be able to see exactly what part of your life was a fantasy. And that in itself is going to be really important, because it's going to be a superb moment which is going to help you to actually make a choice where you will be able to discontinue. You will know exactly what part of your life slowly came to an end. But on another hand, you just have to trust yourself, my gorgeous Sagittarinis. Indeed, you see this? Absolutely remarkable. There is going to be like almost immediately after that moment in time, after you establish what part of your life came to an end in terms of discontinuance, there is almost immediately, a couple of days later, you are going to become aware of different things. But one step at a time, aware of different things. Important things are going to become suddenly going to start becoming very attractive to you that weren't attractive before. And this is all when we are ready for things that we haven't been ready before. So it's absolutely important. On another hand, sadly, Dark Lala comes in. Dark Lala, do you know what I mean? This is it. Yeah, at around the 17th. 16th and 17th of May, at around the 16th and 17th of May, you know, there is going to be a complete and a sudden change. I'm really sorry to say this. I really apologize, my gorgeous Sagittarini, but there is going to be quite nasty little tower moment that you are going to have at around the 16th of May. It's a bit of a tower moment, and you are going to be surprised. Something is going to throw you out of the balance. What you're going to see, it's going to be mind-blowing, and it's really going to show a certain person for what that person is. It's going to show you what a certain person, for who that person actually is. The mask is going to be falling, but at the same time, you know, it is just going to affect your stability just a little bit. And that in itself, it's really going to make you kind of examine the last 4 months of your life. And the more you examine the last 4 months of your life, the more aware of other things you're going to become, the more disgust of other things you're going to become, because you're going to kind of see like, oh my God, like there is an awareness that you're going to have, that if you stayed on part of this path, you know, you would be like absolutely like, oh my God, it would be very difficult for you now. But now at this moment in time, you will realize that this is actually going to be really good for you. This is going to be brilliant for you. So you will know that the fact that there was a bit of a tower moment here, like a nasty one, you know, so the situation is really going to surprise you like so much, like, oh my God, mind-blowing. Someone's mask is going to be falling, and through that you're going to realize like other things. It's going to take you kind of back in your mind, you know, 4 months earlier, and it's a lot that you're going to realize through this. So you will see like, oh my God, this is brilliant, because this tower was causing me to be stationary for way too long. So it's brilliant. You see, it's going to work really well for you. And also on another hand, few days later, you know, if this tower didn't happen, you wouldn't move on. This is going to help you to move on with your life, and I like it. I like it, I like it. Sagittarini, Sagittarini. This is brilliant. It's going to bring you new possibilities few days later. Only a few days later you will become aware of the new possibilities. New people are going to, you will become aware of the fact that new people are going to start coming into your life. And also at the same time you will have this absolutely sacred knowledge, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And the sacred knowledge that I'm talking about, it's really, look, it's also going to help you to not allow certain things to take over your life ever again. What you're going to learn, you're going to learn your lesson. What you're going to learn is going to be so important because it's at the same time going to start a process of transformation then and there. So karmically you will get things right. You will understand something so specific about yourself, about your life, but also about so many other things that have been going on as well at the same time. You will never ever want to be kind of, you will never want to allow yourself to kind of really let your life to kind of get to this moment in time. It was nothing to do with you, nothing that you did personally, but then at the same time maybe you were listening to the wrong people, maybe you were watching the wrong people, or maybe you were around the people that are way too negative, and that just started affecting you and your vibration. And this is also a sign that sometimes, you know, that there's certain people that are having this effect and impact on our lives. On another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know, Sagittarini, Sagittarini, Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagittarini, tan 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 tan. Tan 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 tadaram 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 Sagittarini, Sagittarini, Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, 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 Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini, Sagitterini, Sagittarini, Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini. Raise your vibration, Sagitterini, Sagitterini, Sagittari, Sagittari, Sagitterini. Pam 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 param pam pararam parara pam para pam pa 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 pararam pam 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 param pam pararam tadaram tadaram para pa pa pararam pam 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 param pam pararam tadaram 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 pam 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 param pam pararam 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 pa 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 pararam. My gorgeous Sagittarini, I apologize, but you know what am I like? Yeah. So now what I was going to say, there is also some kind of money that is going to come in, some kind of money that is going to come forward. I do see this, and I know that you're going to like it, and there are also going to be certain elements of surprise that you're also going to have. I do think that something is going to surprise you about the money. Some kind of money is going to come in, maybe like it's to do with like a little bit of like an inheritance and things like that, and then there's the money that some other people are connected to it, but you're going to get your bit. However, there is some kind of money that you're going to become aware of, and this is going to surprise you, and this is always good. But sadly, as soon as you become aware of that money, then it's like maybe like an inheritance or like a similar to that. You're also going to become aware of someone who is like a bit of like a very, very kind of almost as if he's going to make an obstacle for you, create an obstacle. You're going to become aware of someone who's like a very kind of greedy. So you just need to kind of also, that in itself, it's going to become, it's going to bring a little bit of an obstacle, but then at the same time, you just need to do things that you know that they're absolutely right. On another hand, you know, my gorgeous Sagittarini, what also is going to happen, you know, there is a little problem that you will have here. The problem is just the basic about what is it? Yeah, the problem, something that you expected, certain obstacle that's going to become absolutely obvious, like at around the end of May, something that you expected, a certain problem, and that problem was also like creating like a lot of disharmony in your life, and it was creating lots of emotional confusion. The answer to that problem is, you will know what this is, because almost immediately you're going to think like, you know, the answer to that problem is, it's like a deep concentration, application, and learning. Almost almost immediately you're going to feel a very strong moment of reflection in terms of like respect for knowledge, you know, desire to learn something really, really important, something really new, something really additional. This is going to be the answer to the obstacle that you will be facing at the end of the month, okay? Just remember, you will be facing an obstacle, and that is going to cause a little bit of an emotional confusion and disharmony, and the answer to that obstacle, it's pretty much so going to be quite evident at around the 25th of May. On the 25th of May, it's the process of learning. That process of learning is also going to help you out to realize what this is, because it's almost, even if you don't understand this obstacle and emotional confusion that you are going through that is going to cause disharmony, even if you don't understand what this is exactly, by the end of the month, you know, at around the 25th, it's going to come out in the terms of like the new learning, something new as well. It's going to come up, it's going to start manifesting, and this in itself is going to answer lots of questions as well. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to your health and things like that, it's just quite important for you to remember as well. A lot is going to be going on throughout this month. Protect your vibration, protect your energy, protect your creativity no matter what, because you're going to have a lot of energy throughout the month of May, but that doesn't mean that mentally and spiritually you need to take everything on at that moment in time. It is very important that when you start feeling that things are getting a little bit too much, to also kind of take a time out and try to rejuvenate yourself through the actual nature. I know I said this before, but I'm telling you, it's like a God's gift. There is no adjustment in this world that is as good as the actual adjustment to our rejuvenation and rebirth when it comes to the actual nature. And also above that, there are all sorts of ideas that you're going to have as well if you go and visit the nature. There's such a powerful time of the year when the nature is changing, the energy is changing, we are changing, so we go with this flow and we make the most of it. And also work on the certain addictions, because I'm keep on seeing this blockage about this addiction. So you need to work out what these addictions are, and you need to work on them. And also, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Sagittarini, that you are going to have a very kind of strong connection in between body, spirit and mind. Sagittarini, and what am I trying to say is that throughout the month you are gonna have a lot of strange feelings, like, oh, I wanna eat tomato just out of the blue. Eat it. Your body's trying to tell you that you lack in vitamin C and that you lack perhaps in lycopene. Oh, suddenly I want to eat like a Brazil nuts just out of the blue, like when you're pregnant, you know, like you want to eat like I don't know, gherkins and mayonnaise or something. I don't know. It's like, oh, I want to eat like a kind of what I was going to say, Brazil nuts. Yeah, I want to have Brazil nuts. Just suddenly you want to have Brazil nuts. Well, that means that your body is lacking in protein, and it also needs like a selenium. So you just need to kind of like really kind of blend with these feelings and emotions, and understand that your body is going to be communicating to you on a much very special angle, and it's going to be guiding you and telling you what to take, what to eat. It's not only about the food, vitamins and minerals. It's about the exact ingredients that we need to put in our nutrition, that we need to put in our body, which just clears so many blockages at the same time. There is way more to it than you could possibly imagine. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm going on the first date, but before I go there, I'm going on a first date, you know, hello. Who's going to go on a date? No, I'm joking. I'm going on a first date. No. Listen, this is it. Look at this. It's basically, this is something I would highly recommend you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It's Indonesian crazy lace agate. This is one of the most beautiful pendants. Again, one of the most gorgeous. I mean, check this detail. Check how gorgeous this is. It's absolutely stunning, but it's also very, very powerful crystal. My God. For you to wear this May, June and July would be a must. It instantly elevates your energy, elevates your thoughts. It makes you feel really optimistic. It makes you feel really positive. It makes you feel so good about yourself, but it also brings you such a powerful energy. So you feel re-energized like so much, and that in itself is like absolutely everything. But also on another hand, it helps you to express yourself in the best possible way, and it brings you the encouragement, okay? And so it's about, you know, promoting optimism, bringing bringing encouragement and just like kind of like a really kind of like elevating you in so many different levels. And this is absolutely fantastic, because if you don't feel 100% right, if you need to deal with things that are like kind of important but you feel low, we can't sadly choose the dates, you know, that we want to, that we can deal with certain things that we have to deal with. We just have to keep going, you know. But sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes it's not that simple, you know. So this is why this really kind of re-energizes you. It makes you feel good about yourself. It brings your energy up, you know. It re-energizes you instantly. But it also helps you to come out of yourself, to talk, to communicate, you know, to debate, to express yourself. It's fantastic to make the most of it, you know, or the most of the situations in everyday life. This gorgeous Indonesian crazy lace agate comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Sagittarian, you're also supporting my channel as well. I have to say that, so thank you very much. Okay, so now the first important date is going to be on the 2nd of May. Now the 2nd of May, oh, you're gonna feel rather indecisive on the 2nd of May, because in the 2nd of May you have to be so careful here. On the 1st of May you will be you will see something and it's really going to inspire you so much. By the time you get to the 2nd of May, you're gonna be very indecisive. And indecisiveness can be terrible sometimes, like really terrible. So you're going to feel very indecisive here, and that indecisiveness you have to be careful about, because it's at the same time going to be affecting you in such a way where you're wasting your energy by being indecisive purely because you're over analyzing. No baby, no, purely because you're over analyzing something, and that in itself is just going to put you on the path where it's just going to kind of slow you down, because if you carry on, you are going to ignore the opportunities because it's draining your energy. Okay, so this is why you need to like really kind of like understand this, that you're going to be feeling indecisive, but you must not feel indecisive for too long, because it's going to in turn in you ignoring opportunities, and that in itself is going to kind of affect your ambition, and it's going to make you feel like you've got a lack of an ambition. And this is brilliant, because that in itself is going to be absolutely so important actually, because it's going to result in you having such an amazing wisdom here. Couple of days later, 2nd of May, so by the time you go to the actual 4th of, so the 4th of May, it's an amazing wisdom that you're gonna get about this indecisiveness, about ignoring opportunities. The 4th of May, it's gonna answer you so much. And then again, you're gonna have this on the 24th of May as well. This is what that wisdom and the some kind of sound judgment that you're going to have. It's going to come from the serene knowledge, you know. It's to do with the spiritual penetration, but also it's to do exactly knowing what to do in terms of practicality. What is the best for you? It's going to be obvious then and there, but at the same time you need to remember to be analytical, and it's to do with the part of your life that was frequently too restrained. So of course that you are doing the right thing here, because it's the way out of so many situations and negativities that were actually holding you down. And also at the same time, it's going to help you by the 4th of May, you know, to recognize the minor deceptions, you know, before the damage is done. So you will be able to avoid a certain mistake as well. So it's brilliant. You have to remember to, you know, to take a responsibility for your situation and then make choices, you know, to support your path to happiness. This is very important to remember indeed. The second pendant I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, check this out. Absolutely gorgeous leopardite, absolutely beautiful leopardite it's called, and it just helps you to be really kind of to come out of yourself. It helps you to be really playful. It helps you to be really mischievous, and the mischievous energy is connected to us being spontaneous. And when we are spontaneous, we are so powerful. We are doing the right things because we are responding to our own reflection through our subconscious mind. So you can't absolutely go wrong. So this in itself really helps you to reconnect with your subconsciousness, but also it makes you feel really kind of like a happy, it makes you feel quite optimistic, but in the way of being like kind of mischievous, and it puts you in an explorative mode, especially towards those parts of our lives that we don't even know how much is there unless we throw ourselves into it. So it helps you to kind of read in between the lines, but it also helps you to see the opportunities that you wouldn't normally notice that require from you to kind of explore and be spontaneous. It's absolutely brilliant, and it makes you feel really clever, you know, and really smart. I'm not saying that you're not smart or clever, but it makes you feel really clever and smart because it's like you wear it, you're just holding it, and you just want to go deep. You want to talk about things, and when you start talking about the deep and wise things, you're able to go so much further. You're able to kind of understand through yourself so much more about yourself, about so many other things. This is absolutely brilliant. This gorgeous Leopardite, I would highly also suggest you to wear throughout May, June and July. This comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, my gorgeous Sagittarius, so thank you very much for that. So the second important date is going to be on the 19th of May. Now, this is a big mama, this is a big mama, big mama, big mama, big mama, mama. This is an invitation, an opportunity that you're going to become aware of. This is the beginning of the opportunity that you're going to become aware of. The 19th of May, it's going to be the day where you're going to become aware of this absolutely beautiful, mind-blowing opportunity. You will know that this is for you because it's connected to your own advancement. You will find this ridiculously attractive, but also at the same time, you're going to find there is a little challenge. Of course, a little bastard challenge can, just like, of course, there is a little challenge that is going to kind of slow you down and it's going to kind of stop you at that moment in time. Then, after that, you will kind of like really realize, you know, but this is something I need to do for my own personal security when it comes to finances, financial security, when it comes to future, when it comes to future planning. And also, at the same time, you know, there is some kind of unfinished business that is going to become obvious, and that in itself, it's all going to be such a mind-blowing recipe for success, because you will know which element do you need to put in. At the same time, they are going to be like on the 19th of May, it's still going to be like you're going to feel like it's a difficult time to kind of launch new projects, you know, and there is like a little bit of negativity that you're going to be thinking about, and that is going to be kind of affecting you. But at the same time, you're going to realize, like, you know what, you just have to be yourself. The answer to this is to be yourself. You need to be free spirit, free spirit, free spirit. Be yourself. Be your weird, bizarre and strange self. Do things in your own way. Who cares? That's how you can make the most in life. Who cares what people think? Who cares what people do? You know, you just do yourself. You just do your thing. You know, it's all about being your own spirit. And then the staging period in between 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd and 24th of May, it's all about you know, you having your own awakening where you see things in a whole new light, and this is purely the direct result of things that you have been through. So it's time to really pretty much so embrace your uniqueness, my gorgeous Sagittarius. I cannot stress enough how important this is. The last date that I want to talk to you about is the 30th of May. So the 30th of May, this is the beginning of transition I'm talking about. This is the beginning of change I'm talking about. This is the beginning of, this is about you becoming aware of exactly which change do you need to do, which, you know, that challenging situation that I said on the 19th of May. Sagittarini, you know, that's challenging situation I said on the 19th of May, and I said you're going to become aware of the opportunity, and then I said like, well, this way you're going to stop for a minute, and then now by the time you get to the 30th of May, it's a big mama. The 30th and the 31st of May are going to be absolutely big mamas, okay? But the 30th of May, it's the change that you're going to become aware of. You will know exactly which adjustment do you need to make here in order to start the process when it comes to that opportunity. So the first way, you're going to become aware of the opportunity on the 19th of May, and then by the time you get to the 30th, you're going to become aware of exactly which adjustment do you need to make when it comes to like making that opportunity kind of reality, you know. So this is like, oh my god, mind-blowing moment in time indeed. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarius, something that you have been working on over the last 6 or 7 months, there is going to be very good news that you are going to get in terms of your financial gain, in terms of of your personal advancement. It's something what you were waiting for, but what you didn't realize is other desires that you're going to realize through this as well. The last 6 months you have been working on this, so there are other desires that you're going to realize through this as well. And this in itself is going to help you to recognize certain abilities about yourself, take them on another stage of your life, but also at the same time it is just going to really gonna make you feel so good about yourself, and it's gonna happen at a time when you're gonna gain so much out of it that you normally would. And also the 30th of May, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know, there is a bit of like kind of someone is gonna try to challenge you, like a bit of a battle here, like a conflict, you know, but try to like, again, this in itself at around the 30th of May, really, it's connected to like kind of like to someone who is close to you and someone who is important to you, like a family member or your child, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, blah blah blah, but someone who you know and someone who you are very much so connected to is going through something very difficult, and they need to work on something very specific when it comes to maybe their own, maybe they have some kind of addiction, something is not quite right, and it is some kind of a blockage, sort of blockage like that. But my point is that they're not being themselves, so they are going to try to like, they're going to be triggered by something, but it's like they will be taking it out on you, so it's nothing to take personal. So if you remember this, just try to remember that that person is just going through something really difficult, okay? And also when it comes to the 30th of May, you know, the very kind of heavy and negative part of your life, you're going to learn how to accept this and how to move on. Something that happened to you a long time ago, it's still kind of maybe affecting you. So it's to do with like a kind of great grief, like a really grief or something very sad that you're going to learn how to deal with in terms of acceptance. So this is everything. So as soon as you accept this, it's absolutely fine, because it is also marking the process at the beginning of your own personal awakening. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen briefly in the first part of May, mid-May, and the last part of May. So the first part of May, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know, you need to remember to have there are certain things that are going to be going on. Sagittarini, da-da-da, da-da-da, my goodness, what's wrong with me? So the first part of May is just the basic, there is going to be a lot on your mind, but just remember this, to be practical about how you're going to proceed, and also remember to have a sensible approach as well. The mid part of May, it's all about taking the next steps, baby, by revisiting old plans as well. This is going to be connected to the actual bold and ambitious choices, but also kind of opening yourself up and partnering with others who share your dreams. You know, it's all about expanding your plans, but remember to keep on moving forward. The last part of May, very much so, there are gonna be certain events which are gonna require immediate action. You have to also trust your instincts and stay focused, you know, because this is to do with the passionate time of your life that is going to bring you so much confidence indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarini, basically for those of you who are in relationship, you know, there is an obstacle that you're going to be facing, and you need to work on this. Like karmically, this is a big mama. So something happened not that long ago in between you two, and it has created this karmic point that, you know, something was left unresolved. You had an argument, disagreement, but this is just a little bit heavier than it normally is. So it's heavier because it's kind of like a little bit negative, and it was left unresolved. So now this is going to bounce back. Perhaps you're going to have a tiny little argument, and that argument is going to bring an unfinished business, something that you were arguing about. It's very important to work on this, because this is going to be keep on bouncing back until you see what this is. It's very important to work on that obstacle, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed, because this is something that is holding you down, and it's going to be keep on repeating until you work on that specific problem. So it's just about a compromise that you're going to need to make, both of you, with each other. Okay, so it's to do with a certain compromise, you know. So now for those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know, it's like a couple of stages here. You're already fancying someone, or you're gonna fancy someone just briefly, but this is nothing more to this person. And then you're gonna very soon realize, oh well, you know, somebody who's like maybe gorgeous on the outside, and then you start talking, and then it's nothing inside. You know, I used to use this quite a lot before, a few years ago in my readings. You know, it's like you see two people, and then one of them is like absolutely gorgeous. You've never met them before. So you see two people. One of them is just amazingly gorgeous, and another person is not gorgeous at all. And then you go to talk to the gorgeous one, and 2 minutes later it's like, oh, I'm out of here. You know, like nothing there. Their personality just spoils everything. Sometimes it happens, you know. And then you talk to the other person who was like not that good looking, and they start talking, you're like, oh my god, what a delicious person. And the more they talk, the more you see their beauty, the more their energy take over, the more womish you feel about this person, you know. So this is something that I want to say. You sort of you will come across like a gorgeous good looking one, and then that person is going to talk, and then you're going to see that there is nothing much behind it, you know. I know it sounds horrible, but this is, I'm just trying to explain how this situation is going to happen. So within the first, like kind of in the first part of May, you will be able to establish who this is. This person doesn't mean anything to you, but you're just going to become aware of the fact that it's not someone who you like. Then that in itself, it's going to really kind of get you thinking, and it's going to really make you, it's really going to motivate you to make a certain change. And the change that you will want to make, it's going to be connected for you, like really breaking free when it comes to your spirit and when it comes to your spirituality. You will become aware of the certain, like a restraint that restraint caused by others have maybe kind of made you feel like you've lost certain faith when it comes to life, but also when it comes to the specific parts of your life. So now this is about to change, and it's about to open your eyes. So that little person who just doesn't have much within them, it was actually very much so an integral part of your spiritual journey, because through them you're going to learn something really important about yourself, invaluable lesson about yourself, and that is going to help you to come out of yourself so much in the best possible way. And you will see exactly why maybe the certain person didn't happen. Someone didn't walk into your life so far, somebody of a substantial like kind of energy type of thing. That person is not going to walk into your life in May. June and July very strong when it comes to June and July. But what May is going to do is you are going to make a really powerful and important decision about the next step when it comes to your leisure, when it comes to things that you enjoy, when it comes to your lifestyle. It's about like going out and making a decision where you're going to go, maybe to the gym, or maybe to do certain classes, or maybe to do yoga, or like a Tai Chi. It doesn't really matter what it is, but there is some kind of new element that is going to become obvious. That new element is also going to be the time when someone very special is about to start sharing your journey with you without you even knowing. So June and July are going to be big mamas when it comes to that, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarians, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.